Get yourself comfortable, straighten your spine and cross your legs. Or check with your body, release the tension. Make sure that you are really comfy. And withdraw your focus inwards. And drift deeper inwards. Just turn on your imagination. Imagine you going through a tunnel from one level to another, moving through the layers of your consciousness, crossing many, many boundaries, going through the veils, deeper and deeper. And as you move through this tunnel, you may notice different colors, energies, symbols, perhaps images of past events or even future events. Take a note of those images so you can think about them later. Perhaps all of them have a special meaning. And now as you drift deeper and deeper, you might notice light, beautiful, shimmering light at the bottom of this tunnel. You know you're almost there. And I notice as though you're drifting even faster, almost flying down faster and faster, like a speedy rocket, going deeper and deeper within your consciousness. And now you're entering this special place, this sacred space within yourself. Take a look around. Although, your chest has a pretty specific size, you know where it ends. Your heart is not bigger than your fist. But when you go within into this area, this space is vast. It's endless. There are no boundaries, no limits. And there are many different passages that lead you to different destinations. Pick one to travel today, to journey through. See which one calls you, draws you in. You can hear from this area the wind whispering. You can hear the leaves singing when they move by a wind. You can hear birds chirping. Go there now. You're finding yourself in a forest. It might seem as though you've entered the space so many times, and you know the space very well, but each time it shows you a different angle, a different face. It greets you with different messages. Walk through. Enjoy the beauty, the freshness of the air, amazing nature's sounds and colors. Take in all this amazing beauty. Soak in this fresh air. And as you walk through the forest, it's as though it draws you in deeper and deeper into the places you haven't visited before. It pulls you in. And now you can see a bonfire behind the trees. You can smell the wood burning. You can even hear soft drumming. And even voices you can hear now. Walk closer. You're expected there. Everybody's waiting for you. There is your inner healer, inner shaman, inner nurturer, a guru, a manager that keeps it all together even during crisis. Sit by the fire. They're all smiling, greeting you. It's been a while. You haven't given them much attention lately. So get yourself comfortable and start a conversation. Share your worries, your concerns, your pain, your sorrows. And perhaps together you can all come to a perfect solution. And across from you, on the other side of the fire, there is a teen version of you. The one that always rebellious, sometimes sabotaging you, sometimes holding you back, causing you troubles. Don't look away. Keep an eye contact and listen to what she has to say. Take it seriously. Don't show any judgment or resentment. See what worries her, what kind of pain she had to endure. Because if she is not healed, if you all cannot help her, none of you is moving forward. See what she needs now. And find a compromise between all of you so everyone gets what they need and want. And you all can work together, not against each other, together for each other, to help to support each other. This way you can all move forward very fast and you can all go very far. And now it's time for a healing ritual. Participate in it along with all the other parts of you. Throw aromatic herbs into the fire. Make offerings to the spirit, to the higher entities and ancestors. Call upon the forces who are behind you and invoke all the elements of nature. And as you do, you can see the fire become stronger, bigger. You can really feel the heat now. And the earth becomes more solid under your feet. And the air responds with fresh breeze, letting you know that it's here. It's ready to help you. And feel small droplets of rain falling from the sky. This is water. Came to nurture you, to cleanse you, to soothe you. And feel sweet fragrance of the ether enveloping you, bringing all of these elements together, creating magic. And now all of your inner parts that are sometimes not willing to work together and not willing to compromise now all come together to help each other heal, to patch up all the wounds, to nurture each other, to comfort each other, to fulfill the needs. Some parts of you need attention and understanding. Some parts need to feel love. Some of the parts simply need to remember that they are not alone. Some need to feel that they're heard. Observe all of this happening now. Beautiful healing takes place. And because of this healing, because of this union, from now on you may notice that you feel better in many different ways. And you feel better and better every day. And from now on, you'll always remember that you're not alone, you're supported. And perhaps from this day forward, you'll notice that you're progressing at least a bit faster. And it's really only up to you how fast you will progress. You can choose your pace. Do one thing at a time or many at once. But never, at no point in time, you should feel defeated or behind. When you know what you want, when you're clear about your goals, you're always moving forward. Even when you feel that you are standing still, the other parts of you are still hard at work, moving forward, progressing, evolving, growing. And even in those moments when you feel defeated and you need a little break and you need to stay still, that's okay too. Because the rest of you is still moving forward and does what needs to be done. From this day forward, you may notice that you feel safer, more stable, more secure. Because this message, this belief is always in the back of your mind. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to at its own speed. You know now that there is nothing to worry about. When you don't worry much about your future and when you don't dwell on your past, you can be fully present in each and every moment. And when you are present like this, when you're absorbed by everything that is surrounding you in this moment, by everything that you do, you can notice things you haven't noticed before. You can notice all the beauty, all the joy, all the pleasantness. And it's easy to realize that the more attention you're paying to what is good in that very moment, the better it gets, the better you feel. From now on, it will be easier for you to stay fully present in each and every moment, because this is where the real life is, in that very moment. And when you're fully present, all 100%, you don't miss anything. You notice every little thing. Joy, happiness, all the beauty. And when when you're present like this and comfortable, you know you're standing on your feet firmer. Therefore, you can progress faster, you can jump farther from where you are to where you want it to be at your own speed in any direction you want. And as your mind now organizing all these new suggestions, invite the elements of nature to balance and harmonize it all out. Let's start with the fire. Feel the heat coming from the bonfire. Breathe it in. It's hot but so very comforting. Breathe it in and let it flow through your body, through every fiber, every vessel, reach the bones. Let it ignite life, passion. Feel the pleasant, comforting warmth throughout the body. And now invite the earth element. Breathe it in, soak it in through your feet. And as soon as you do, you'll notice that the feet may start to feel a bit heavier, more solid. You may notice interesting sensations of humming, tingling. And this element moves a bit slow, but it's so comforting and grounding. Notice it moving through your feet, towards the calves, over your knees, rising upwards through the entire body, solidifying you, reminding you you're here and now, you're real, you're alive. Notice this sense of security and stability start to grow within you. And now invite the element of water, let it flow softly, gradually through your veins, soothing everything, washing away all that does not feel good, nurturing every part of you, washing away all the sorrows. And now invite the air, and you choose how you'd like it to come, as a soft breeze or a strong, fast tornado. And may this wind bring inspiration, new ideas, knowledge, helping you to move forward fast. Recognize all the opportunities around you. And now invite the ether, the most magical element of all. Just imagine that you're sipping thick golden honey. And as this element spreads through your body, it binds all the elements and shapes it into what you want. And once your body filled completely with this element, it starts to seep through all around, into your life, into every area, bringing magic, shaping up your present and future, and perhaps even changing your past, making it all better, making it happier, more beautiful. And as you're sitting now there by the bonfire, observe how it lights up the vast dark sky over you. And it's as though on a big movie screen, you start noticing images, symbols, perhaps full scenarios playing out. I wonder now what this sky will show you. Ideas or your future. And now you can apply your will and shape those images into what you want. It's all in your control. And those images are now get absorbed by the vast sky. And very soon, once it accumulates enough energy, it will start to materialize in your life. Now I'd like you to bring attention back to your parts, to the guests that came to the bonfire. Address the crisis manager and give specific task where you need help, where you feel helpless, unprotected. Ask the crisis manager to take care of it. Perhaps in the past, anytime you worried about your future, your mind would get foggy. Perhaps you felt frozen and couldn't make decisions or move forward. Ask this inner crisis manager to take control of those moments. So from now on, regardless of how you feel, even if you're upset, worried, even frightened in some moment, this inner crisis manager will take over and will gain the full control of your decision-making processes and your actions. With cool head, you'll make right choices. In fact, from now on, now that you are not alone solving your problems, you have the help of other parts. You will notice now that for each problem, you will easily find at least 3 right solutions. They will come easily and naturally. They will be simple to implement. And it really doesn't matter from whom it will come, from you, your crisis manager, or any other part. The part that has the most knowledge and skill in regards to the situation will step forward and take control of those moments. And now, if you need a few more moments and if you need to address any other part, do so. Make some agreements, assign specific tasks, so all of you can work in unison and become very efficient. And as this efficiency grows, as this unison strengthens, you'll move much more efficiently forward. You'll progress faster and faster. And I wonder now how soon you'll realize how far you've gone, how much you've achieved, how much you are capable of. Those recognitions will give you a boost of confidence. Confidence in your abilities, in your knowledge, in your skills, reminding you that you can really achieve what you've chosen for yourself. And even in your career, in your business, in your profession, if you reflect on it now, in this very moment, you'll realize that you already moved so much forward. You achieved already so much. You learned so many new skills. You may realize now how good you are at what you do. And perhaps from this moment forward, you will feel exceptionally comfortable, natural, in growing and expanding your business and presenting yourself to public and marketing your services. Always remembering that your voice is so important, that there are many people in this world are waiting to hear you speak because they need to hear those words. And I wonder which part of you will remind you this importance day in and day out, so you never forget it. Now perhaps this is the time when you exchange gifts with your inner parts. And once you've done it, thank everyone. And let's walk back, leaving the bonfire behind. Remember, this bonfire never goes down. It's eternal. It's always waiting for you, always welcoming you. You can return to it anytime you need or want. Walking through the forest, noticing that the colors now more bright, more beautiful. And now moving through the tunnel upwards, level by level, up and up, moving through different veils and membranes, moving upwards through the layers of your consciousness. And with each moment, notice the energy rising, becoming more aware of the present moment. And now take a few deep breaths, coming back fully into this moment, into what we call reality. Another deep breath, and you can open your eyes. Now you know how to combine parts therapy with journey. And also journey, I wanted to do it a bit different today because we usually do the same route. You don't have to. You can do it any way you want. Just go within first and then from there travel to whatever destination. In this example, today's example, we've gone to a bonfire. I would not necessarily have to name each part and even mention that this is your part. I could simply say, like, this is strength, this is analysis, rationale, or this is revolutionary. It would still work as a part therapy because we all project ourselves on whatever we see or hear. We could also create make-up entities and assign specific qualities, or even like animal spirits, or just natural elements. Here's representation of that, and we could work with this. So you're really not limited by anything. It doesn't matter which client with what comes to you, you can on the fly make up whatever process you need to achieve the goal your client needs to achieve. As a practitioner, you have something to compare it to because you've start learning a certain way. Your client doesn't have any comparison. Any way you lead the session is the right way. Even if it completely doesn't make any sense, you just have the goal in mind and you go through towards that. It's all that matters. How you gonna go and do it? What you name it doesn't matter.
Is it okay just to share a little bit of what I experienced?
Please.
Okay. So I came in a little bit later because something came up and I had to help somebody. But then I came in and I went to, I think you had said a teenager self, but it didn't matter. I'm like, I'll go wherever I'm going to go. And it was when I was in 10th grade. And I remember thinking in 10th grade that I was like a deep soul. And I was like, I didn't understand what my purpose was, but I knew that I had a purpose. And I just was confused and I wanted to talk about it, but I had no one to talk about it with. So I talked with my 10th grade teacher, English teacher. I ended up becoming an English teacher, but anyway, and you said to give her what she needed, and she just needed to feel understood and supported. And I just loved how you were talking about, I just heard certain keywords I heard that resonated with me is like, I know where I'm going. We're going to move faster. I'm going to be guided. I'm going to make fast progress. And I was so excited about that. So at the end, my crisis manager, whichever one, gave me this gift and I could like see it. And then it came in clear and it was those orange traffic cones that are in the road. You know what I mean? And so it's like they told me, because I always I love to learn and love everything. And I know that I need to stay focused. And it was like, they're going to put that there when I need to not go there. Like, just go on this path. Like they'll probably put it in my head. Don't go there. So it's like, okay, if I go this path, I'm going to get there faster and not be distracted or take a detour that I don't really need to take.
Really cool.
I could get there faster. So thank you so much. I'm so glad I remembered. I forgot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to sign in. So I needed that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing it. Teenagers, if you all remember yourself, I believe those are the best years because our actually brain goes through physical changes, it reshapes. So our frontal lobe is not even attached. And that's where the center of fear is not functioning. That's why teenagers are headless. Survival mechanism is not very strong and we do really stupid things. But on the other hand, it's as though you don't have any boundaries or limits. I think you're the most true self in those years, right? Can be very helpful to remember yourself in this age once in a while.
Yeah, for me, I feel like that part was the most impactful too. I, have worked through stuff, but when we were sitting by the fire, I just recognized her energy felt chaotic because it felt like being like bombarded with lots of stuff and just constantly trying to handle it, work through it or something. And so it was interesting, again, even though all these years have gone by, like observing, witnessing that. And then my adult self was basically like letting her know that like I do acknowledge everything that you've walked through, but you did the best you could with what you had, but now you can take it easy. Like you did your part. I'm the adult now. I am in, taking over. And then it like towards the end when you were having us like readdress it, and I think like the crisis manager, it was almost as like giving her permission, like now you can go ahead and have fun. You can be lighthearted. You can have those fun teenage years that were taken away from you. So it was almost like assigning her as my lighthearted, fun part. And then the adult will know when to, need to address the adult things that are occurring in life. And then even in the beginning, there was like a third, it didn't really feel like a higher self, but like this wiser, more secure and stable and peaceful version. And it was almost as if she was saying like, I'll oversee all of it, I'll kind of bring that calm and that balance in, and when you need to respond and how you respond. So that was really nice. That's what I'm kind of taking away and want to continue from this journey today. So thank you.
It was interesting because my fire was inside a cauldron. You know how you question that part of you that is always present there, the conscious part. And I'm asking, like, what's an ant doing on the cauldron, walking around, right? Because in your mind, you're thinking it's hot. But anyway, so I looked up ants, and it says, as we embrace the wisdom of the ant, we awaken to the transformative power of teamwork and cooperation. The ant's medicine encourages us to shed the limitations of individualism and embrace the strength that arises when we work as one. So I just thought, that's weird. I kept on saying, isn't that hot? Isn't that ant going to get like burned?
That's why we miss Raina.
Maurice was asking about you. Where's Raina?
Hi, Maurice. I hope you're doing okay with all your stuff. Okay.